Hello student, let's see the one remaining problem that I have given as an assignment related with our second unit and which was related with our constraint satisfaction problem and related with that last kind of problem related with the constraint satisfaction that we have discussed, that is the crypt arithmetic problem. So today we are going to discuss one more problem in case of the crypt arithmetic and how it can be get solved. So already in the previous lecture of second unit, we have seen what do you mean by the crypt arithmetic problem. So it is kind of one kind of what you can say the constraint satisfaction problem, and constraint satisfaction problem or the approach in case of the artificial intelligence, it is nothing but the finding the solution to the certain problem and how the solution can be found out. The solution can be possible only if certain rules or the constraints are get satisfied. So in short, the constraint satisfaction problem is nothing but the finding the solution to the some problem by satisfying its constraint or by satisfying its rules. So we have up till now discussed various kind of constraint satisfaction problem, and different problem are having their different constraint. By satisfying that constraint, we can solve the different kind of problem, like we have seen graph coloring problem, we have seen the map coloring problem, then the n-queens problem we have discussed, and okay, and now today we are discussing about the one more, that's the crypt arithmetic problem. Already we have discussed, but we are discussing the another example related to the crypt arithmetic. Now I have also written here the what do you mean by the crypt arithmetic problem in artificial intelligence. It is nothing but the kind of encryption problem in which the written message in alphabetical form, which is easily readable and understandable, is converted into the numeric form, which is neither easily readable nor easily understandable. Okay, means here we are going to convert. It is an encryption problem in the sense we are going to decode the certain message into the from one form into the another form, so that it can be read by only the some specific people only. And generally this concept has been taken from the cryptography, and in the cryptography is nothing but provided utilized in order to provide the security while message transfer is being done from the sender to the receiver. And it is the message being encrypted or the encoded in such a way that only the sender and receiver can understand what actually that message is. So that is nothing but the case, that is the crypt arithmetic problem in case of the artificial intelligence also. Now how using the artificial intelligence we can have the we can provide such kind of encoding, or we can have such kind of encryption, that today we are going to learn. And this approach comes under the category of constraint satisfaction, because in order to do the encryption as a part of the crypt arithmetic problem, we have certain rules, and that rules must be satisfied to do the encryption. Okay, or to solve certain kind of crypt arithmetic problem. So first we see what exactly these rules are. So these are the following rules related to the crypt arithmetic problem. If you want to encrypt certain alphabetical form as a part of the crypt arithmetic problem, then you have to follow these kind of rules. Okay. So these are the rules. First, you can see there should be a unique digit to be replaced for the unique alphabet. Digit should be from 0 to 9 only. You cannot use digit apart from the 0 to 9. There should be a only one carry forward while performing the addition operation on problem. I hope all of you know the carry. Like if I write this number 87 plus 88, and you can see its addition will be 165. So this one is nothing but the carry generated. So here there should be only one carry forward while performing the addition of operation. The problem can be solved from the both the side, as you can solve this problem, or you can do the encryption from the left side as well as from the right side. There must be only one solution to this problem. Okay, that we'll see. Number must not begin with the zero. Any number that you are trying to encrypt, that you will get after encryption, it should not start with the zero. You can use the numerical base as a 10 to be considered if required. And results should satisfy the predefined arithmetic rules. We know the predefined arithmetic rules are what? Like 2 plus 2 is a 4. So this kind of rules are there, which has to be followed, this rule must be satisfied, this constraint must be satisfied in order to do the encryption as a part of the crypt arithmetic problem. Now let's see the example how we can encrypt this particular message. Means what? Now here we are going to replace these alphabets by some numericals, by some numbers. Okay, let's see. Now we are given the example send plus more equal to money. And now we have to perform the encryption of these alphabet by some numbers by following that constraint that we have given. Now, as I said, these alphabets then are replaced by numbers such that all the constraints are get satisfied. So initially, suppose if you put these things in the form of some boxes, like this is the box for send. Okay. And this is the box for more. And this is your addition of these. This is the box for money. And you can see initially all the boxes are empty. Okay, when you start encrypting, all the boxes are empty. Okay, so initially there are blank spaces. So we start from the leftmost side. We start from this side. Okay, in order to solve these and get the encrypted. So we start from the leftmost side symbol, that is the M. Okay. Now see, you are adding the 4 letters plus 4 letters, and you are getting the addition as a 5 letter. Means this is nothing but the carry generated here. Like whenever do the addition of this number, like 87 plus 8 for example, then you get the result as 165, and this is nothing but your carry. So here same situation we are having in this case. Here you are adding these 4 letters with these 4 letters, and you are getting the result as a 5 letters. So this extra letter is calculated as a carry, and this extra letter being referred as a carry. That's why its value is considered as a 1. So here we can see M is the letter which is generated by carrying. So carry generated can only be the 1. And so here we have the M equal to 1 here. And so this particular way of getting the M equal to 1, for this I have mentioned here the simple rule. When we are doing the addition of n letters, means when we are adding these 2 plus 2 letters, 4 plus 4 letters, and result of adding of letter is n plus 1. Means as you are here, you are adding the 4 letters. Okay, here you are adding the 4 letters. We are getting the result as a 5 letters. Okay. So when we are doing addition of n letters and result of adding these letters n plus 1 letter, then resulted letter value is always 1. And that is the reason here we have got the m equal to 1. Okay. So first we have got the value of m, that is the 1. Let's see next. Next we have the s plus m, this part. Okay, we have the s plus m equal to o. Now we know the m equal to 1. Okay. So we get the equation from that, s plus 1 equal to 0, because m value is 1. So, sorry, we have got the equation s plus 1 equal to o. As we know, we have the s plus m equal to o, and here we have the m value as a 1. As we know, the carry is generated, so that's why we have taken the value of m as a 1. So when now, as you can see, here carry is getting generated. Here carry is getting generated. So the value of this s and m must be such numbers which will generate the carry. You are getting my point. When carry can be generated here, only when value of s and value of m is such numbers. By adding these two numbers, there must be carry get generated. Now, if you consider s equal to 8, now carry cannot be generated because 8 plus 1 is 9. Okay. What we want, this after adding these two numbers, carry must be get generated. So if you consider, we already know m is equal to 1. So if you add s equal to 8 to the 1, it is 9. So carry is not generated. So this is not possible. So if you consider s equal to 9, carry can be generated. And that is the reason here we have got 9 plus 1 as a 10. So carry is getting generated and s value is 9. And if you add here 9 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 10. And that is the reason here you are getting the value of O as a 0. Okay. So here you have put the S equal to 9 and O equal to 0. So here we have got the value of, here we have got the value of 3 letters. Okay. Then next, let's see the next part that we are having. So next we have the E plus O equal to N, this part. E plus O equal to N. Now here we already know O value is equal to 0. And so if we do the E plus 0 equal to N, okay, if you add E plus 0 equal to N, now if you do this, every time if you add any number in the 0, we are going to get the same number again. For example, if you consider E as a 5, and if you add the 5 plus 0, N is also going to be the 5. But we have seen in the rules, no two alphabets can have the same value. As I have written, we can't have the E and N with the same value. Understood? So, according to the constraint of crypt arithmetic, there must be a carry generated here over the E. Only when the carry will get generated here, then and then only we can have different value for E and the N. Otherwise, we will have the same value of E and N. So we are sure here that carry must be generated over the E. Okay, understood. So when the carry can be generated over the E by adding these numbers, if its addition is more than, if its addition is equal to 10 or more than 10, then only carry can be generated over the E. Okay. So here we have to just assume the carry will be generated over the E. So as I mentioned, there must be a carry generated above the E, which will be get added at E. So here we assume the equation E plus O plus 1 equal to N. That is nothing but now already we know the value of O is 0. So we got the equation here E plus 1 equal to N. So we are considering this as a expression 1. What? E plus 1 equal to N. Now how this 1 comes here, because we have assumed here over the E carry will be get generated. So that's why I've taken here E plus O plus 1, that is the E plus 0 plus 1, that is the E plus 1 equal to N. We have assumed here carry will be generated over the E. That's why I have got this equation. Okay, this is our first equation. Okay, let's see the next part. Now in the next part, we have the N plus R equal to E. What? This part, N plus R equal to E. Okay, now already we know the carry is being generated over the E. Okay, so when the carry can be generated over the E, only when addition of this N and R is equal to 10 or more than 10. When carry can be generated over the E, only when addition of this N plus R is equal to 10 or more than 10. So here I have mentioned, now here addition of N and R must be generated carry, as we have assumed carries need to be generated above the E. Okay, so we can get here another relation as follow. Okay, and that relation is what? N plus R equal to E plus 10. What? N plus R equal to E plus 10. Now what is this 10 is doing here? Now this 10 is representing the carry. What? Addition of N and R must be equal to 10 or greater than 10. Then and then only carry can be generated above the E. So that's why here we have considered the carry has been generated at this point. Okay, and same thing we have written here, N plus R plus 10. Here 10 represent the carry. Okay, now as we have seen, the carry must be get generated at this above the E, and it can be generated only when we can have the E's value equal to 10 or more than when we can have the carry over the E only when addition of this N and R is equal to 10 or greater than 10. So here we have taken the relation as a N plus R equal to E plus 10. Okay, now as we assume the carry is generated over the E also. Okay, now it also possible the carry might be get generated above the N also. Okay, this assumption we have to do here. Okay, carry might be get generated above the N also. Now when the carry can be generated above the N, only when the addition of D and E equal to 10 or more than 10. Understood? Then and then only carry can be generated above the N. So here just you have to assume the carry will be get generated above the N. So here from that we get the relation N plus R plus 1. This 1 indicate what? Carry is being get generated over the N. And N, so final equation will get N plus R plus 1. This is the optional. Okay, we are assuming the carry will be get generated or might not get generated. That's why we put it in the bracket. So N plus R in bracket plus 1 equal to E plus 10. Why E plus 10? Because here we have assumed here we have assumed the why 10 we have taken here, 10 representing the carry here. Okay, that we are assuming here the carry the addition of this N and after doing the addition of this N and R, the carry must get generated, and that's why we are assuming here E plus 10 here representing the carry. Okay, now so here we get the second equation N plus R in bracket plus 1 equal to E plus 10. Okay, now let's see next. So here we have get the equation N plus final equation as a equation expression second, N plus R in bracket plus 1 equal to E plus 10. Now we had the first equation like this, E plus 1 equal to 10. This was our first expression. Okay, now after substituting the, sorry, equation was e plus 1 equal to n. Okay. So now we'll, in this expression, we'll substitute the value of this n. Okay. Now we substitute the expression 1 in the expression 2. And after this, we'll get the expression like this: e plus 1 plus r in bracket plus 1 equal to e plus 10. Now here this e will get cancelled with this e. Okay. And what will remain? This part only. 1 plus r in bracket plus 1 equal to 10. Now, if you don't consider the carry over the n here, if you don't consider the carry over the n here, means this part, if you don't consider, we will getting the value of r as a 9, because this 1 will get shifted here, 10 minus 1, 9. If you don't consider the carry over the n, if you don't consider the carry over this n, then we no need, there is no need to consider this plus 1. So r value become 9, but 9 already we have taken for the s, so 9 is not possible for the r. So that is the reason we will consider the carry here. And if you consider the carry here, we get the r equal to 10, because 1 plus r, if you consider the carry over the n equal to, that is 1, and here 10, so its result will be r equal to 8. Understood? And that is the reason here we have put the r value equal to 8. Understood? Now here we have got the value of r. We still don't have the value of n here. Okay. So then we move forward. Okay, we have got the r equal to 8. Okay. Now we have to let's see the what is remaining now. Here we have now remaining d plus c equal to y. Next we have the d plus c equal to y. Now, as in the previous step, we have got the r equal to 8 by considering the carry here. Means what? This d and e must generate the carry, because we know the carry is generated above the n. What the point? As you are considering the carry is being generated here, this d and e addition must be such that the carry should get generated. Understood? Now, if you consider, now here 10 cannot be the value, y cannot be the 10. Okay, if you add these two numbers, y should not be 10, because if the y is a 10, then carry will be generated as a 1 here above the n, but y value cannot be 0, because 0 already we have taken for the o. Means what? In order to generate the carry above the n, in order to generate the carry above n, we must have the y greater than 11. Because if you take the y as a, if you see the y as a 11 also, this one is a carry and this one is the value of y, but y, the one also we have taken for the m. So addition of this d and e must be greater than 11. It should not be equal to 10. It should not be equal to 11. It must be greater than 11. Now, what are the possible possibilities are there? What are the possibilities using which we can get the value of this y greater than 11? So these are the two possibilities only, because you already utilized the 9, you already utilized the 8. So only two possibilities we can get the value greater than 11. That one is the 7 plus 6 and another is the 7 plus 5. Okay. Now, if you consider 7 plus 5, means if you consider d as a 7 and e as a 5, then we can get 7 plus 5, 12. Okay, and here if you get the 7 plus 5, 12, then we are getting the value of y as a 2 and one carry will be get generated here. Understood? Now if you might be thinking, what if you take the 7 plus 6? Now you yourself try this by taking 7 plus 6 and then see what kind of situation you are getting if you choose the 7 plus 6. Okay, so here best possibility is 7 plus 5. So if you take the 7 plus 5, you're getting the result 12, and D is a 7, E is a 5. So you have to put here E5, D as a 7. Okay, and if you have the D as a 7, E as a 5. Okay, if you have the D as a 7, E as a 5, and here you have, that's why you are getting the Y as a 2 also. Okay, and from that you have to get the value of N as a 6. Now how will get the value of N as a 6? See, if you take here, this is 7, this is 5, and that's why 12, and that's why value of Y is 2, and one carry is getting generated here. We already know the value of R is 8, one carry generated here. We already know value of E is a 5. And when the 5 will get generated here, when will get the 5 generated here? So value of N must be such a value. If we add 1 into that value and 8 into that value, we should get the result as a 15. Because only we get the result as a 15, then only we can have the value of E as a 5. So if you add 6, if you take the value as a 6 of N, then only we can get the result here as a 15. And that 15 indicates 5 as a value of E and 1 as a carry generated over the E. And so here we'll get the value of N as a 6 here. Okay, and in this way we'll get the value of all the alphabets, and finally we come to the this kind of scenario, like we'll just put the value of these alphabets together and let's see we are getting the correct result. So that is 9567 plus 1085, and its addition is this, and this is correct. And in this way you have encrypted this message. You have encrypted this message with the help of these numerics. How you have done this? You have done this with the help of the, by applying some constraint satisfaction rules. Okay, so this is the solution. This question has been asked in the competitive exam, in the exams of the campus placement aptitude test number of times, and in the theory exams also. So I hope all of you have got this point. Okay, that's it from the today's lecture. Okay, thank you all of you.